Here in New England, we know all about snow, and for most people, it's not a fun experience to shovel. But in this video, I'm going to show you a product that makes the job a lot easier. Back in the 80s, this was the answer. It's the Toro Power Shovel. And they've made this for many years, and they've had all different types of models, but they always had one thing in common, and that was the fact that they needed to be plugged in. And finally, after almost 40 years, we've got a power shovel that doesn't use a cord. This one's powered by a 60-volt lithium-ion battery. We look at the front of the power shovel. This thing is basically a single-stage snowblower in a really small package. Now the front of this can cut a path of about 12 inches. The back of the unit is where you install the battery. Now this doesn't just plug right in the wall. The batteries themselves are removed and can be recharged. You can also use different sized batteries. There's a smaller and a larger unit. Now you don't get any more power out of the bigger one. You just get longer runtime. Charging the batteries is easy, and it can be done in as little as 1 hour. And the big question is, how long can you use this on a single battery charge? Well, Toro says you can do a 4-car driveway, but I think the real answer is it depends. If you live in an area with snow, you know it can be light and powdery all the way to wet and icy, so that is going to impact your runtime. And with the battery inserted, we're ready to go. Now using this machine is really easy, and it's actually got 2 speeds. And when you're ready to use it, you need to squeeze that safety handle on the top, and then you can pull the trigger on the bottom. Now we're outside and we can do our real test. Now as we look at this snow, this stuff is not light and powdery. It's wet, icy, perfect for making snowballs, but this stuff can wreak havoc on any kind of snowblower or machine. And it also doesn't help that my kids ran all over this walk, so it got compressed even more. Now as I got started, I felt like the machine was struggling a bit and it wasn't going as fast as I expected. But then I realized this snow was like a block of ice. Now it's not really thick, but you can see it, it's gray wet, and this stuff was solid from all the walking. But then as I moved on to other areas that hadn't been walked on, you can see how fast I could go. Now the snow's only about 4 to 5 inches thick, but it is again very wet and dense. These steps can be a pain, and normally I'll use a small shovel, but you can see my kids have already run up and down the snow, so this stuff is packed too. This machine did pretty well. I had to jam it in there a few times, but it really had no problem at all clearing it out. At this point I was a lot more comfortable with the machine, and I kind of got into a rhythm, and this thing was doing great. I was really blown away. You can see it's getting right down to the brick, and the most important thing is I'm not lifting anything up. Now the machine is not a lightweight, but this is so much better than using a shovel because it's not hurting my back. I used this tool for about an hour. I cleared my steps, my entire walkway around my cars by my garage door, and I still had about half left on the battery gauge, so this thing didn't have any issues running out of power, and it was consistent the whole time. The Power Shovel's got a retail price of about $350. Now that's not cheap, but if you can get by with just this machine, it really can be a bargain. But if you've got a larger area and you're looking for something to just clear the smaller spaces, this could be a good option too. And the best part of all is it actually works and moves the snow and will make your life easier. And if you already own one of these or you decide to get one, please come back to this video and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. And Toro did give me this unit for free, but there was no payment for the video or any control over what I could or couldn't say. It's an honest review, and if you get one of these yourself, I think you'll have the same reaction that I did. So hopefully you liked this video, got you to see a pretty cool tool. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already for more videos coming up.